My name's Eric Strippel, and welcome to another video of mine about industrial design. Some of the past projects that I've worked on have been designing kids' toys, and I really liked designing the kids' toys, so I've decided to put together a series about marker renderings and rendering out those concepts and what they look like and what that process involves. You may be wondering, how do I even start a project like this? For me, it starts by taking the ideas that I have in my head and drawing them maybe as little thumbnails as I have here, using some references that I may have seen online, and just trying to put my ideas on paper. Once I put them on paper, it's sort of out of my brain and I can move on to the next concept. In this case, I thought it'd be really fun to combine like a big, huge vehicle and some earth-moving equipment to something that was sort of amphibious or aquatic that could travel the globe and explore the planet that we live on. And these are some of the little sketches and concepts that I came up to help me develop this idea and figure out what direction I wanted to go. For kids' toys, you know, there's really no limit to the imagination that kids have. If you remember when you were a kid, you thought about, traveling the planet and going to places that you've never been before. So I wanted to have a vehicle that would allow you to do that, whether it was the deserts, in the Sahara, or in the Antarctic in Iceland or something like that, or just traveling your local lake and crossing that and seeing what's on the other side. What kind of vehicle would you need to do that, live in it year-round, and be able to go anywhere, do anything? And so these are some of the little thumbnails and sketches. I'm drawing in a standard sketchbook here, white paper. I try to get the paper as white as I can so it scans good. I'm using a Papermate pen to sketch out the little side view elevation concepts, coming back in with some Prismacolor markers, maybe hitting it with a little bit of a jelly roll for some of the white highlights. I'm keeping it simple, just trying to flesh out the ideas. This little vehicle right here, you can kind of see it has some of its cargo exposed in the back, kind of like a little dump truck with a little house in the front. Really kind of different, a little bit funky vehicle. The vehicle to the top right of it, that's a sort of a orangish vehicle. That ends up being the vehicle that I sort of finally set on that I like the most. But I'm still exploring. Even here I'm refining that a little bit more. The wheels are a little bit smaller. I don't really like that. I really want some big, beefy, meaty tires that are really going to allow me to conquer whatever terrain I come across. I'm just filling out, also working on color schemes. You can see each vehicle has a little bit different color than the last one. I'm just trying to figure out what it is that I like. I really like the sort of forward rake of this vehicle that looks like it's moving even when it's standing still. Considering it's a house with two wheels on it, it still has some halfway decent gesture, and it looks, aggressive. I've really kind of taken everything that I've done on the other sketches and kind of pulled it together in this sketch right here. I even put even a little person in there to show scale, to give the user an idea of exactly how big this vehicle would be in real life. I figured out a few of the things about how to get in the vehicle. There's a little door there. You climb up on the fender to get inside, and you're ready to go on your adventure. A couple of things about this sketch, or all these sketches, are I do everything by freehand at first, and then not till sort of the end, once I got everything worked out and kind of laid in loose, do I come in with my circle template and I use my phone here as a straight edge just because it's super handy. Then I come in and kind of sweeten everything else up with my templates. So everything else done sketching freehand in the very beginning. It's not till the end where I add some of the details and clean and sweeten everything up, adding in the markers here. You'll notice I keep everything super simple. So a gray for the windows, to differentiate them from the surface of the vehicle. I add darker colors on the bottom for the wheels and the treads to help anchor that to the ground. You'll notice also the wheels are almost cut off on the bottom as well. Little automotive design trick just to help anchor the vehicle on the ground. And you can see the back wheels to add a little bit of forced one-point perspective as well. So there's just little tricks of the trade to help ground and anchor the vehicle. Now I come back in, kind of give it an outline, give it a little bit of that product design feel with that dark outline to help contrast and show it on the page. These two views are the final two views of the vehicle, and I do them next in the series, the front and the rear view. I hope you liked this first episode of Adventure Toy Renderings, and I hope you come back next week to check out the next episode. If you like the music in this video, head on over to Mike's website, hunchbunny.com. Give him a shout out, let him know that you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks. Rock on.